The Haunted Road Adventure. Once upon a time, in a small town called Pineville, there lived a boy named Jack. Jack was 10 years old, with short brown hair and bright blue eyes. He loved adventures and exploring new places. His best friend, Lily, also loved adventures. They often went on trips together, exploring the forests and fields around their town. One day, Jack and Lily heard an old legend about a haunted road called Whispering Lane. It was said that strange things happened to those who traveled the road at night. The story intrigued them, and they decided to see if the legend was true. One sunny morning, Jack woke up feeling excited. He had planned with Lily to explore Whispering Lane that evening. He quickly got dressed and ran to the kitchen. "Good morning, Mom," Jack said as he came into the kitchen. His mother was making breakfast. "Good morning, Jack," his mother replied with a smile. "What are you up to today?" "Mom, Lily and I are going to explore Whispering Lane tonight," Jack said eagerly. His mother frowned. "Whispering Lane? That old road is supposed to be haunted. Are you sure that's a good idea?" "It's just a story, Mom." "We'll be careful," Jack assured her. "All right, but be safe and come back before it gets too late," his mother said. "I will, Mom." "Thank you," Jack said, giving his mother a quick hug. After breakfast, Jack grabbed his backpack and headed outside. He met Lily at the park, where they discussed their plan. "Hi, Lily. Are you ready to explore Whispering Lane?" Jack asked. "Hi, Jack. Yes, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited too," Lily replied. The two friends spent the day preparing for their adventure. They packed flashlights, snacks, and a map of the area. As evening approached, they set off toward Whispering Lane. The sun was setting as they reached the entrance to Whispering Lane. The road was narrow and lined with tall, dark trees. A chill ran down Jack's spine as he looked down the eerie path. "This place is spooky," Lily whispered. "Yeah, but we're here to find out if the legend is true," Jack replied, trying to sound brave. They turned on their flashlights and began walking down the road. The trees rustled in the wind, and the darkness seemed to close in around them. As they walked, they heard strange noises, whispers carried on the wind and the occasional snap of a twig. "Did you hear that?" Lily asked, her voice trembling. "Yeah, but it's probably just the wind," Jack said, though he felt a knot of fear in his stomach. As they continued down the road, they saw an old, abandoned house on the side of the lane. The windows were broken, and the door hung off its hinges. The house looked like it hadn't been lived in for years. "Let's check out the house," Jack suggested. "Are you sure?" "It looks really creepy," Lily said, hesitating. "It'll be fine. We'll just take a quick look," Jack said. They approached the house, their flashlights illuminating the broken steps leading to the front door. The air was cold, and the house seemed to creak and groan as they stepped inside. The interior of the house was dark and dusty. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and old furniture was scattered around. As they explored, they heard a soft whispering sound, like someone talking just out of earshot. "Who's there?" Jack called out, but there was no answer. "Let's go upstairs," Lily said, pointing to a rickety staircase. They climbed the stairs, which creaked under their weight. At the top, they found a long hallway with several rooms. They entered the first room and found it filled with old books and papers. On a table, they saw a diary. "Look at this," Jack said, picking up the diary. He opened it and began to read. The diary belonged to a girl named Emily, who had lived in the house many years ago. The last entry was dated 50 years ago. "Something strange is happening in this house. I hear whispers at night, and I feel like someone is watching me," Jack read aloud. Suddenly, they heard a loud thump from downstairs. They froze, their hearts pounding. "What was that?" Lily whispered. "I don't know." "Let's check it out," Jack said, though his hands were shaking. They crept back downstairs, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. They followed the sound to a room at the back of the house. The door was slightly ajar, and they could see a faint light coming from inside. They pushed the door open and saw a figure standing in the middle of the room. It was an old woman with long, white hair and a pale face. She looked at them with sad eyes. "Who are you?" Jack asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "I am Emily's grandmother. She disappeared many years ago, and I have been searching for her ever since," the woman said in a ghostly voice. "Do you know what happened to her?" Lily asked, stepping forward. "Emily was taken by the spirits of Whispering Lane. They haunt this road, and they took her away," the woman said, tears streaming down her face. "Is there any way to help her?" Jack asked, feeling a surge of sympathy. "The spirits can be appeased. You must leave an offering at the old oak tree at the end of the lane," the woman said. "What kind of offering?" Lily asked. "Something precious to you," the woman replied. Jack and Lily looked at each other. They knew they had to try to help Emily. They left the house and continued down Whispering Lane, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. At the end of the lane, they found the old oak tree. It was huge and twisted, its branches reaching out like skeletal arms. "What should we leave as an offering?" Lily asked. Jack thought for a moment and then took off his favorite baseball cap. "This is important to me. I hope it will be enough," he said, placing the cap at the base of the tree. Lily took off her bracelet, a gift from her grandmother. "This is precious to me too," she said, placing it next to Jack's cap. They waited, holding their breath. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a soft glow surrounded the tree, and they heard a gentle whisper. "Thank you," the voice said. "Emily is free." The glow faded, and the night was quiet again. Jack and Lily felt a sense of relief and accomplishment. They had helped Emily and faced their fears. "Let's go home," Jack said, feeling tired but happy. They walked back down Whispering Lane, the road no longer feeling as frightening. When they returned to Pineville, they told their families about their adventure. "Mom, Dad, it was incredible. We met a ghost and helped free her granddaughter," Jack said. His parents listened with amazement and pride. "We're so happy for you, Jack. It sounds like a wonderful adventure." That night, Jack wrote in his journal about their journey. He drew pictures of the haunted house, the old oak tree, and the ghostly figure of Emily's grandmother. He felt grateful for the chance to go on such a special adventure and to help someone in need. From that day on, Jack and his friends continued to dream about new places to explore. They knew that with courage and teamwork, they could overcome any challenge and create beautiful memories that would last a lifetime. And so, Jack and his friends lived happily, always cherishing the special times they shared during their adventures. They inspired others to appreciate the beauty of facing their fears and discovering the unknown. The end.